running! Oh, this is taking too long. I'm getting the gas filled up, guys. Bonk!
Hi, I'm Nick, and welcome to this episode of How to Make a Music Video, the Nick Blanchette way. So yesterday I shot a music video for the Real School of Music. They usually do a summer program called RealJams Academy, and it runs during the summer. But during February vacation and April vacation, they ran a week program to kind of amp up what's coming up this summer, which is going to be RealJams Academy 2016. It's going to be a fun summer. So I wanted to show you how I shoot a music video, and I thought this would be a great platform to do that. I've been doing this for about 4 years, so I've come up with a workflow that allows me to shoot multiple music videos in one day. So there are 4 steps on how I go about shooting a music video. The first step I do is I stage the equipment before I talk to anybody. I just come in, I set up all the equipment, I lay it out.
Meet the Shrugs. They are a band touring the land. In their dirty shrugging van, they're on their way. Going to play some songs for Ellen on her TV show today. Then they met Bob, a British man who wanted to rob them. He took their dirty van, now they're stuck. It's up their truck. They're gonna miss the show. They're almost out of luck. They don't care. They're always fine all the time. They're lucky that
Now when you go about shooting anything, there are 3 stages to filmmaking. There's pre-production, there's production, and then there's post-production. And the next 3 steps are the production stages. Step 2, pre-production. Now what I do in the pre-production stage, I have the band sit down and I talk to them about the song. I ask them questions on what the story is about. We essentially brainstorm the idea of the music video.
We are a bunch of our band, and then we go and
We
on the
don't care
Ellen
about
show,
anything.
and we get robbed by a
Bob.
student named Bob,
Nice.
and we already asked somebody to be Bob.
So each verse tells a story. It progresses. So each scene, I think maybe we should do how many verses and how many choruses are there?
There's intro, then verse, chorus, verse, chorus, solo, chorus,
chorus.
outro.
Outro. Okay. So the progression would be this: you guys are rehearsing. The second take would be I have my car up front. We can actually have you guys in the car. I can shoot you guys with your instruments. It'll be fun to see. You know, I have a small car. It'll be fun to see all that stuffed into that one car. The third one will be you're at a gas station and you get robbed. I'll put the green screen in front and make it look like the gas station's right behind you. So it'll look convincing.
Then we get on a train.
The train. Okay.
For some reason, they just sit on the side of the train.
And
pay
then
for it.
him, and then Dano, he kind of
This
thought
guy, he
his
sees the
band
band
with the British guy in it, and then he
next
goes and they make a plan, and then they did it, and then they turned it out the British guy is actually their band. So then they were trying to go to Ellen, so they go to Ellen, and then
Okay.
go on.
Cool. So the 4th step would be the train,
Yeah.
and the 5th step would be Ellen because they finally get to Ellen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's 5 steps. That's it. All right, cool. It's gonna be. We have about an hour to shoot this.
We like bring our instruments down.
Yeah, bring your instruments down. Get ready. If there's anything that's on the stage that you don't need, like the keys, you don't need the keyboard.
Yeah.
You can move that out of the way.
Okay.
If you need an extra microphone, there's other microphone stuff.
Now this music video was easy in a sense that it had a story arc already written for me. So all I had to do was just pretty much listen to the lyrics and do a visual of what the lyrics are saying. Step 3, the production stage. So the 3 setups I use: the stage shots, the green screen shots, and the real world shots. Let's break them down. The first thing I do is I have them perform on stage twice so that I have 2 different angles.
This is the Real School of Music, the Shrugs. Scene 6, take 1.
So the first shot I do is the wide shot. I have the camera set up on a tripod that's on wheels so I can dolly and get nice dolly shots for the first take. The second take, I take the camera off the sticks and I go handheld. This particular instance, we changed up the lighting for the close-up shots. We had the lights on strobe. There's lighting built in, so I was able to change the color of the lights, make them strobe if I wanted to. After shooting the performance, we moved on to the green screen shots.
and then 2 in the back that way.
Now, I don't like to overuse my green screen because when you're doing these videos, you can get carried away with what you can do and what the kids are they want to be on the moon, they want to have a floating head. I won't do any floating head videos unless if the song is about a floating head. And action. For this instance, they wanted to be at a gas station, they wanted to be on a moving train, so obviously that was going to be green screen shots. It can be a little tricky, especially with a small screen.
And then you look on the train, see, oh, hey!
I like having a smaller green screen because I don't have to worry about, in post-production, getting rid of the shadows and getting, dealing with that. It can be a headache. Now, the third setup I did was what I call the real world shots. And that means anything that's not on the stage or not on the green screen. Something that's practical, that's in a physical place.
All right, I'm rolling.
In this scene, we shot in my car because they were going to this destination, and I wanted to get a shot of them in the car with their instruments. I have a small car, and they're in the car with their instruments, and I thought it would be a funny scene to show that. This car has the autopilot feature because obviously their hands aren't on the wheels, their hands are on the instruments. So disclaimer, they were not actually driving. So once production's a wrap, we move on to the post-production. Here you can see I have Final Cut open. I import all the footage. I like to break it down again into 4 phases of editing. The first phase is the outline phase. I start with the performance shots. The way I shoot the performances, I do 2 long takes. I don't cut the camera. I keep it rolling just so I have 2 camera angles to work from. So I take those 2 angles and the music track. I create a multi-camera clip. So I use this multi-camera clip as the outline. I cut between the 2 angles and I make it so that it could stand alone as a performance piece if I wanted to. But I wanted to add a little bit more flair to it, so that's why I added the green screen and the real world shots to help with the narrative. So once the outline is done, I go into phase 2, which is inserting the real world shots. So I go through the timeline and I figure out where I want certain clips to go, and because I was shooting the scenes specifically in an order where this scene is going to be verse 1, this scene is going to be verse 2, this scene is going to be the chorus, and so on and so forth. So I essentially lined up all the real world shots throughout the timeline. Then I move on to phase 3, which is inserting the green screen shots. This phase is also known as the special effects or the visual effects phase. Lastly, in phase 4, I go over the video, I do my color correcting, any stylizing I want to do. If I want to fine-tune some edits, I do it in phase 4. So once I have phase 4 done, I bookend the music video with the RealJams Academy bumpers. And then I deliver. So if you want to watch the music video, I'm going to post the link right here. This is the RealJams Academy YouTube channel. Please check it out. I've been doing the music videos for them for the past 3 years. So any videos from 2013 on, those are the videos that I worked on. And I hope you enjoy them. Well, thanks for watching. This has been How to Make a Music Video, the Nick Blanchette way. Subscribe right here if you haven't yet. If you want to see more tutorials, let me know. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys.
Luca.